EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Uptown Charlotte and rain-soaked Bank of America Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New Orleans Saints and the Carolina Panthers. Now the return. Here comes Randall Cobb. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Now a first carry from Latavius Murray. And his second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. Excellent effort defensively by him. 2 tackles for a loss last week, now 1 here in the first quarter.
He's an absolute disruptor, isn't he? And I think most offenses would love to go against guys who just want to hold the point of attack and try and keep things clean for their linebackers. But when they make those moves and they can get upfield, past the offensive line into the backfield, that's hard to handle.
Buying time to his left. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for third.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Over the middle, open is Thomas. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A first down throw for Bridgewater. He's got a man wide open. It's Landry. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Murray. And he'll be taken down right around the 41-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Over the middle, it's Thomas. And he's taken down inside the 30. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, but that big article in the paper this morning about their philosophy on starting games like you're shot out of a cannon, and that's what they've done. Very methodical here on this first drive.
Yeah, so many teams talk about that fast start. We're actually seeing it happen right here in front of us.
But now the kicker, can they cap it off by putting the ball in the end zone? And he whips that one incomplete there. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. That was 2nd down run for Murray. Heck of a move, and then brought down near the 23. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Bridgewater from the gun on third down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
His passing's been on point on this drive, hasn't it? Been very accurate, gotten the ball downfield, gained nice chunks of yardage. But now, in this situation, the field is really condensed, partner. So if he's going to throw the football, he'll have to be pinpoint here.
I was going to ask you about that. Field shrinks, has to be sharper, but it's been a good opening drive so far.
Now they just want to see if they can cap it off with the bell ringer and put it in the end zone.
And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Nothing on 1st down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And that one's going to be over everybody in the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. And it's 3rd down. From the gun, Bridgewater. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A gain of 5, but not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game. But it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
So they get 3, certainly hoping for 6 after a 13-play drive.
So you console yourself on defense by saying you did your job, right? If they go 13 plays, you only give up a field goal, you did a nice job there. But here's the other part. 13 plays, you don't force any mistakes, you don't take the ball away. Maybe that's the way they should look at it.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs.
It looks way too easy right now. 2 carries, 2 straight 1st down runs. The eyes are carrying the legs to the proper hole, but they're being created by an offensive line that has the leverage game going for them right now. Lower than the defensive front, creating space, and he's finding it in a big way. Got to love what they're doing on offense right now.
Let's rock now.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And good penetration here. He'll get this down only to about the 49-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
They'll try the air now with Newton. Being chased out left. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Eluded, and he can't find anywhere to goes down. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap for Newton. Complete to right. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll try and pick it up in McCaffrey. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
I tell you, it's not easy kicking field goals in the best of conditions. Yet in a downpour like we're in right now, it makes it that much harder. And sure enough, they can't convert here.
Get wide, man. Hey, five down, five down.
They begin the drive with a run by Murray. And he'll get this up to about the 40. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Five down, five down. Five down, five down.
Off the play fake, Bridgewater. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Vernon Butler with a great push up front. He picks up the sack and a loss of 8. Third and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. Bridgewater. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Well, no second guessing the call here. It was 3rd and long, so throwing the football was probably the smart play to try and pick it up. But they don't get it, and now the defense goes off the field feeling pretty good about themselves, gaining some momentum as they force them into a likely punting situation.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Carolina getting set to take the field. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
To throw is Newton. That is incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Second and 10 from the 33-yard line. Back to the air, Newton on 2nd down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. Seems like this defense, especially the secondary, has really been contesting about every throw in this first half.
Remind me of a good half-court defensive basketball team. Every time a pass is thrown, they're right there in good defensive position, able to affect the play.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sacks.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Pilardi now on to punt as he sends this one away. With it is Brown. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Five down.
Now a give. This is Murray. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy first down conversion. First down, Bridgewater. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. So 2nd and inches after that first down completion went just shy of the marker. Throwing is Bridgewater. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
I'd definitely say that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They'll run here. It's Murray. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Five down.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And he's got about 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 25.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Second down, Bridgewater. His throw caught at about the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. A good pickup there, a 22.
Five down.
Bridgewater. And that'll be incomplete. Gavin Escobar, his big tight end, was the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down. Down this close to the goal line, 1st down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on 1st down in this situation because 2nd down, that gives me an option of running play action and maybe throwing it.
They'll give it to him up the middle. And he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line. Two minutes remain here in the first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Bridgewater now. Looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Saints add on to their lead. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Lutz now to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set him back for 2nd down. So they had the big loss on that 1st down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. From the gun, here's Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Michael Pilardi now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Now Brown. What a spin. And now running right through it. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Bridgewater on 1st down. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
I'd have to say that whenever you see a good post route run, they do not like to let it end without the catch. Hence, that great diving play.
Yeah, lay it up there, let him go get it, and he got it. On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. Going with a screen for Murray. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. And now before this 1st down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the 1st half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Going for it all. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster, 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way. The head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey, and he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, it's Newton. Now he's flushed out left. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as it comes with 22 seconds to go here in half number 1. On 2nd down, here's Newton. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. And a stoppage here, a timeout before this 3rd down play takes place, as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The Panthers on 3rd down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, Newton. They shakes it off. And the pressure gets to him again. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. So we reach halftime here in a 10-point game, as we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Forecast calling for more of the same. The rain set to continue as we are underway in the second half. This one taken just inside the 10. And that should give his guys a spark. He's up all the way to the 44-yard line.
It's the 3rd quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard. And while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
So Newton and the Panthers come up now 1st and 10 at their own 44. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. This is caught. It's Greg Olsen. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. Now a first down throw for Newton. Over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Here's Newton now on 2nd down. Now bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. The Saints say they have it, and they do.
All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather.
Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful that we have a roof over our heads. I know that much.
Yeah, maybe we won't fumble our play sheets here as we just saw the fumble happen on the field.
Bridgewater now after the fumble recovery. And that's incomplete. The all-pro linebacker Luke Kuechly right there on the coverage, stride for stride. Well, pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Find out.
A handoff. It's Murray. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. He makes a wonderful play there off the corner, protecting his side of the field.
Oh, that reminds me of the great defenses of old, doesn't it? The Pittsburgh Steelers steel curtain. They would not let you get on the field if you could only do one thing. You had to be a complete guy, and you had to be able to tackle.
Now, I know I've said this before, but you know I wasn't alive when the steel curtain was played. I know them, but I just want to let you know I wasn't alive.
I'm going to keep peppering that in there, and one of these days you're going to think that you were.
On third down, Bridgewater. And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. K1 short. He's the one to get him, and that's sack number 7 for him on the year. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they thought they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing? Not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? It was a solid check down there with pressure coming, wasn't it?
It was, because you're trying to go through your progression, and when you have that type of pressure in your face, it changes what you're doing and how fast you have to do your reads, and able to come back and find him in open space. That's a really nice play.
Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Past the 20. Touchdown, Carolina. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Gano out to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one, as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Saints coming out now to take the field. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
A first down throw for Bridgewater. And a little floater there is incomplete. Latavius Murray, the intended receiver, out of the backfield. And that'll bring up second down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. That catch puts him over 70 yards receiving now, as he's got a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Bridgewater now looking to throw on first. And he lost 6 there on the first down play. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Looking long for Thomas. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan in there to get him for sack number 9 now on the year. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. A shotgun snap for Newton. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd and 13. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he's got his target. That's more. A really nice gain of 25 yards. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Alex Okafor in there with pressure yet again, and that's the 7th time they've dropped him here this afternoon. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. From the gun, Newton under pressure again, and down he goes again.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So now Cam leads the Panthers up following the sack. Carolina facing 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. On the right hash, officially this will be a 51-yard attempt. And this is going to wind up left. Well struck, but it's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So without making excuses, you have to figure that this rain has had an impact now on both of his missed field goals.
It's one of those situations really difficult to practice for and tough to prepare yourself against. It's just a whole different animal kicking in the rain, and we've really seen him struggle.
A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Rush coming, and he's taken down. K1 short in there to get him, and that's sack number 8 for him on the year. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's the Saints. They'll be looking to expand their lead here. They've got the football as we start the 4th. So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Tenth carry of the game now, Murray. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. It's the Pro Bowler Luke Kuechly that picks it. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula is not working. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. From the gun, Newton. This one complete to Curtis Samuel. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. First target, first catch, and a first down. Newton now 13 of 15 passing. That's good for 87%. It's 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a game considering the blitz that they just had against them.
To throw on 2nd down is Newton. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. Fights through and now a crease. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball.
And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. From the gun, here's Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down. The Panthers on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Newton. Quick slant, caught by Moore. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown, and that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Operating from the gun, Newton. And he will score! Touchdown, Panthers! Cam Newton with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Panthers have taken the lead here in the fourth. Now an important extra point here to stretch this lead to a field goal. This time the extra point up and good. And that gives them a 3-point lead. Gano out to kick this one away. Here comes Cobb. Spinning away. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work too.
Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. Here's Bridgewater. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Out of the gun, Bridgewater. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
And he uncorks a beauty. Best of the day. The Panthers offense here, they get ready to head back on the field. A little less than 4 minutes remaining, and the margin for error is small with this slim lead. Operate within your 4-minute offense here, Charles?
Definitely. And remember, the 4-minute offense doesn't always correspond to what's up on the clock. What they need to do is play a little bit of keep away right now. Run the clock down. Make sure their opponent doesn't get the ball back. Their dream scenario, get enough first downs and make them eat up their timeouts so the game ends when you're kneeling down with the football.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. To throw on 2nd down. Newton. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jamal Adams. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. That's out to Hill, right side complete. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size, can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
On 1st and 10, Bridgewater. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. On 2nd down, Bridgewater again. Gets this one to Hill. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for 3rd down. Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. Bridgewater again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Latavius Murray, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Saints have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. They do tack on the extra point as well. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Lutz now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. And he's able to get up here to the 26. A good convergence there defensively, only a yard, and it's 2nd down. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. He's back to throw. And right with it here over the middle. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense. It's proving it to their teammates that they can have the confidence in them when they line up in these situations.
They'll look to throw. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll be down deep into New Orleans territory. A big play there on the catch and run. 56 yards. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll run it now out of the gun. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
I know they got a little yardage there, but I'm not sure their investment is right. They're still running the football, and I'm not sure there's enough time to continue to do that.
Back to throw. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up third down. They took their shot for the end zone, almost cost him.
And he made the right play there, knocking it away. But, boy, it looked like he had a chance to come down with the football. And if he does that, this thing is over. Instead, he leaves them out there with another chance.
The Panthers on third down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This is 3rd and 11. He'll look to throw. That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. And the Saints signal for another timeout. That'll leave him with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Down 4 late. Got to go for it here on 4th down.
Gun.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
Gano out to kick this one away. Here comes Cobb. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the 4th now in Minneapolis. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. A victory there would mean they're 6th on the year. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater. He's going to let it fly. That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. And now with 6 seconds remaining, they're going to burn their final timeout. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. This to potentially send us to overtime. And his kick is good. And they will tie this game here in the final seconds. So a money kick there in the final seconds. And now, barring any hijinks on the kickoff here, partner, I think you and I, we're going to settle in for a little overtime.
And I wouldn't have it any other way. This has been a dogfight all through regulation. No reason to think it won't continue in the extra period.
And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Here come the Panthers now, set to take over on offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game because they were used to just go.
And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Trey Hendrickson in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result?
Sack.
Quarterback gets hit.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16.
4 down. Check, set. Like 80. Do something.
Out of the gun, Newton. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked Picked off by Von Bell. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin, our statistician, to ring that down for us. That's typically how coaches and teams feel about it. If you throw one, you likely cost yourself the game.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll run it left side with Murray. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
What can Bridgewater do in the OT? Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. That one goes for 24 yards. They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. And that carry probably not so much for yardage, just to get the spot that you want to kick the field goal.
And any yardage you gain there is really kind of gravy. And this just becomes what my old coach used to say. Get into position to be in position. And that's what they want, the right spot for their kicker to line up the field goal.
One man in the backfield, Murray on 2nd and goal. He'll get it up the middle, and he'll be stopped about a yard shy of the goal line after a pickup of about 3. All right, well, they didn't kick it on 2nd down, now 3rd and goal. You have to kick it here.
Absolutely have to kick it, because if you get a bad snap, you fall on it, you got a chance to kick it again on 4th down. Let's say it gets blocked and it's behind the line of scrimmage. You fall on it, you get another chance at it. Give yourself that option. Give yourself that opening.
And the defense is going to let him think about it a little as they use their 2nd timeout here. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. Less than an extra point attempt here. This is an 18-yarder. And he got it. The kick is good. In overtime, he's able to split the uprights. Well, we thought this game would be a good one. It did not disappoint into overtime, and it took the field goal to win it.
And we always pay lip service to how important it is to play defense. And usually we focus on the big offensive pyrotechnics, right? But in this case, they got the ball back on defense, gave themselves a chance, and they capitalized on it with a victory.
And I don't care what distance that field goal's from in overtime. The knees are always knocking, but he pushed it through.
Not only that, think about your snapper, your holder. A lot of nerves for them, too, because they have to do their job in order to give him one last.